Hiya, and welcome to War Stories from my kitchen. This is something I wrote back in 2010 in Afghanistan, Helmand Province, while I was serving the 1/6 Company of the United States Marine Corps, and it's simply entitled The Marine. I've got to put these on because I can't see anything without them, said the blind photographer. I could start a brand new life with all this. Sebastian, a young Marine who asked to remain anonymous, quipped as he and his platoon grappled with heavy, cheap plastic shopping bags containing $17.5 million worth of the world's purest opium. You could win my fucking heart and mind any day with just one bag or even half of this shit, the same young Marine said with a smile. This was day 3 of Operation Mushtarak, translated from the Dari meaning together. Its mission, or our mission, to take the sprawling town of Marja in Helmand Province, Afghanistan, the Taliban's very heart of banking, opium production and commerce. The millions of dollars worth of opium we found was just one of many stashes tucked away in the kiosks and ramshackle shops that made up Marja's central bazaar. Other units of Marines would go on to find much more, but in the meantime our platoon of Alpha 1/6 Company doggedly took the haul back to our forward operating base to be turned over to the Afghan equivalent of the DEA. The cynical amongst us would say that one might as well just put the opium back on the streets and bypass the middleman. A sniper's high-velocity round whizzed and fluttered just inches above our heads, making the platoon's collective earlobes instinctively touch their shoulders. Fucking motherfucking cunt. When is somebody going to turn that piece of shit into pink fucking mist? Our gunnery sergeant shouted. This was the Taliban's modus operandi. They were never able to confront the might of the United States Marine Corps head-on in an old-fashioned battle, as they knew all too well they would be wiped out in an instant. So they resorted to hit-and-run tactics. A sniper would harass us for an hour or so, while other insurgents would use the opportunity to bring a few men closer to the Marines, firing RPGs, rocket-propelled grenades. But today we had a sniper who could shoot. This sniper had killed a young Marine just the other day with a single round straight through the centre of his head. I was with the unfortunate young Marine when he was fatally shot and was well aware of the danger from this particular individual. Normally, we never took much notice of the so-called Taliban snipers, as they were crap shots and just sprayed Kalashnikovs vaguely in our direction just to let us know they had not gone away. But this guy was very different and to be taken seriously. I watched as the Marines poured huge amounts of firepower down on our sniper. First, an airstrike was called in, 2 Cobra attack helicopters firing a total of 4 Hellfire missiles at $68,000 each, and hundreds upon hundreds of rounds of 20mm shells from its M197 3-barrel Gatling guns ripped into the sniper's coordinates. But just a few minutes later, the sniper was up and running again, mocking us with his gunfire. Another airstrike. 2 fixed-wing aircraft with 500-pound JDAM bombs costing $70,000 apiece literally vaporised the earth and the buildings that were the sniper's reported position. Unbelievably, once again, shots came from the dust and mayhem. He had somehow defied all logic and survived this unbelievable onslaught. Gunny had had enough and put together a squad armed with a shoulder-mounted javelin missile to end this guy's run of ridiculous luck and temerity. "You want to come and kill a bad guy, Mr. Newsman?" Gunny said to me like a father to an excited child being taken fishing for the first time. 15 Marines and I ran into open ground, laying down suppressing fire for the missile operator to be placed just a couple of 100 yards from our sniper's position. 2 bullets smacked into the ground between myself and Gunny. We quickly exchanged a rather odd glance at each other in the midst of this vaguely controlled chaos. Gunny was still sipping from his coffee flask, as cool as you like. "In your own time," roared Gunny at the young corporal with $80,000 worth of javelin missile perched on his shoulder. Bullets were cutting into the ground to the right of us now and getting really too close for comfort. More Taliban had joined the fray. With a huge dust-erupting whoosh of orange, the javelin missile roared away from its slightly startled operator, The missile, armed and deadly accurate, slammed into the sniper's position in a ball of angry flame, spitting earth and assorted debris high into the air. Finally, silence, well, at least from the sniper's direction. We all ran into the relative safety of a bombed-out nearby compound, firing as we went. Gunny counted us all into the compound and praised the missile operator. I somewhat gingerly pushed my camera into Gunny's face to be met with, "Mr. Newsman, get that thing out of my face. I don't look good on Thursdays." I was a little bemused, as it was Tuesday. As the days rolled on, I was to learn that every day was not a Thursday, even if it was Thursday. I appreciated the original and light-hearted way of being told to fuck off. We all grinned, an adrenaline-infused smile at each other, and one by one we sunk to the dirty earthen floor of the compound, gulping huge amounts of water. A mission successfully carried out and no casualties. The cost of killing one Taliban sniper, excluding an unknown and ridiculous amount of bullets, $492,000 before tax.